key. What's going on, guys? This is your boy Hunter J23. Welcome back to part 2 of the Independent Scene episode 108 with the one and only Hunter J and my guest for episode 108, Mir.I.Am. We've been chopping it up with her, learning a lot, getting a lot of gems. I hope you guys have been, really enjoying this broadcast. I hope you guys have really been taking key to listening to this show because, man, I'm telling you, a lot of y'all that was wondering, like, yo, how are we going to move out here and stuff like that? This is how you move. And this is the perfect person to help you get you started on your way. You just got to sit back and take in the knowledge and the wisdom and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So definitely hope you guys have been enjoying it. Shouts out to the one on the beautiful Deja Monet. What's good? How you doing? So let's jump back into this episode 108 of the Independent Scene, part 2. Like I said, this is part 2, guys, because Instagram only gives us an hour, but we're gonna finish this thing out. We're gonna finish this thing out strong, and we're gonna, we're just gonna do it. We're gonna do it like that. So without further ado, once again, my guest is the one and only, the GOAT of MC, Mir.I.Am, y'all. Let's get it. Give me 1 second, man. I see you. All right, and we're back. We're back already. Thank you, Mir, for coming back. I appreciate it, man. As busy as you are, I appreciate you. All right, so my next thing that I want to tap into real quickly is when it comes to, like, want to, come to shows and perform at shows. Like, I mean, I noticed you mentioned, you got to sign the sign up list and all of that. But, like, I mean, honestly, typically, how long is that process usually when, getting artists booked for, like, times of when they can perform and when they'll go after and so forth?
What do you mean?
No, I mean, like, okay, so, like, how you have the sign up sheet, right? And then you have people that come up that perform at different times. How is that usually brought together to where everybody gets that opportunity?
Well, everybody ain't gonna get an opportunity.
Right.
That's just the bottom line. I mean, if I got 10 sign-up sheets with 10 slots, I'm not getting to 100 people. But basically the way that I do it is I'll typically do like the first 5 to 10 people that signed up on the list, and then I'm gonna start mixing in people that got their slots early in advance, that got priority slots.
Okay.
So then I might do like 2 people that sign up at the door, 2 priority slots. And then I'll mix in whoever was a feature or headliner. And then I'll get back to it. A couple of priority artists, a couple of open mic artists. So that's kind of how I go back and forth.
Okay. Now, tell us a little bit about how, when it comes to, because you've been real big on this too, when it comes to booking these venues and things of that nature, what's that process like? Because I know it's overwhelming, but, what I guess really the question I'm really asking is, what's been the favorite place that you've had artists to perform at that has really been like a really dope vibe?
I got a few favorite spots. First, I got to give a shout out to the Poorhouse. Shout out to Adam.
Most definitely.
The Poorhouse is always super accommodating. They have a dope space. They have wireless mics, which some of these venues don't have. And I'm just like, how do you not have wireless mics?
Right, exactly.
They're, like I said, they're so easy to work with. And they truly fuck with hip hop as a culture and black art. Right. So I got to give a shout out to them. Other favorite venues, I love Emerge.
Most definitely, I love Emerge.
Yeah, Emerge is a venue that I was like the first person to, because I was around when they were building it up. I met the people when at the Carolina Music Awards maybe 3 or 4 years ago as it was being built. So I got to see like a tour of it while it was in the making. And like within a week or two of it launching, I was like the first black person to do any type of black or hip hop events there. And so everybody that's followed after me pay homage, because that was somewhere that I introduced into the scene and the culture.
Right.
And what I love about it is the fact that it's underground, it's intimate, it has the stage,
Right.
It's like the sound is crazy.
Right.
Um, and I love that the intimate atmosphere of it, and they have everything just like new and up to date.
Right.
Um, I love that about it. And also, I love Cat's Cradle,
Casper. Okay.
another
Okay.
venue that's incredibly easy to work with, very accommodating, and supportive of Black art and
Okay.
artists. The back room, which is where I've done most of my events that we sell out, and then the main room, I did my first event there, the live stream last week. Like I said, it's a super dope venue. They're so easy to work with, and then lastly, let me see. I like Motorco
Okay.
in terms of the setup. I like the bleachers and I like the stage and everything, and I
Okay.
like the setup. Um, also like Evening Muse in Charlotte.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, and I'm glad you brought it up because that takes me to my next thing because you've done shows in Charlotte, and so with Charlotte being a much larger a much larger city, and having a lot more in a sense kind of, I'm not saying Raleigh don't have anything to offer, but but what's their process like? Being able to take your platform and and what you do to Charlotte and really get Charlotte to be a part of a part of the movement and the wave and whatnot.
Well, first of all, shout out to everybody in Charlotte. Shout out to the Hopeful. Um, so basically, last year, maybe the middle to end of 2018, but especially last year, I started moving around Carolina Waves. It's like a touring brand. So,
Right.
we'll hit different cities, multiple cities in 1 month. We'll hit Wilmington, we'll hit Atlanta, we'll hit Charlotte, we'll hit Fayetteville, we'll hit Chapel Hill, Durham, Raleigh.
Right.
So it basically is just about relationships, and some of these cities and venues are harder to book than
Right.
others. Like, I've had people that help me get venues in different cities. Big shouts out to Sika and Emory, and also Jared Sales, who every time I
Okay.
go to Wilmington, they help me get venues there. And then after you do an event there, they fuck with you. As long as the
Right.
event goes off well, it's easier to get the venue. Charlotte venues were hard to get. Like, I literally can get a venue in just about any city in North Carolina without a problem once
Right.
they find out and they see what I've done. But I gotta say, man, Charlotte, it took me like 6 months to be able to even get a venue because they just don't respond. And I still have not heard back from the majority of venues that I hit up. I just happened to know a Black-owned establishment, Will's, here in Durham. I used to do events there. That's where I first started doing my open mics with DJ R&B. He opened up a new spot in Charlotte, in the NC Music Factory, and because of our relationship and how successful the events had been in Durham, he was open to me. And so my first events in Charlotte were there at Explicit in the Music Factory. And then
Right. Right.
eventually I was able to plug in with Evening Muse, and I started having my events there. First event sold out within an hour. Second event
Wow.
sold out. Third event sold out. So, well, actually, no, I've only done 2 events there. I did last November, which sold out, and then I did CIAA, which sold out. So, a lot of these venues, like when you go to new cities, you kind of just have to prove your worth to them.
Right.
And like, I try to tell these venues, because people tell them all the time, like, my traffic, a lot of it is walk up. Like, I'll do decent advance numbers, but I'll do mostly walk up.
Right.
So, it was funny because at Evening Muse, when I first, the very first time I used them, there were like maybe like 20 pre-sales, and the venue holds about 150,
Right.
175. And he was like, how do you think we're going to do? I'm like, oh, we're going to sell out. And he was very skeptical. 30 to 45 minutes later, he was like, yo, what happened? I was like, I told you, like, the Wave, man, they come out from
Yeah.
each and every, like, people come out in the support. So it's really dope to be able to have a reputation, because like I said, I've been doing this for 5 years, which is why, all these venue owners, they know each other. They can make a call like, yo, you had Miriam Carolina Waves event. I've never had like any violence in my events. It's always good energy, and positive vibes, and the event and the venue owners, and it's always well attended, and the venue owners, like, they really fuck with it, and they really like the artist and giving the artist a platform. So I'm just, kind of the person that puts it all in play. But I got to give a big shout out to these venues that allow for their doors to be open to me and to all these artists.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Shouts out to all you artists out there all over the world putting in that foundation, putting in that work. So, now I gotta ask the question because, again, with you being as busy as you are, but when are me and Mir.I.Am gonna host the show together? When is Honcho J and Miriam gonna collab on a show?
That ain't even a question for me. That's a question.
You said what now?
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What were you saying?
I said that's not a question for me. That's a question for Rona.
Well, yeah, that's true too.
I mean,
That's
shit.
because
Whenever Rona is over, I got a few people that have hit me up that I'm interested in doing shows with. So we'll definitely work something out and get something together.
most definitely. Okay. And then my
Did I
final thing
freeze on your
that I
screen?
want to know.
Because you froze on mine. Did I freeze on yours?
You did, but you're back now. I see you
Okay.
moving and talking.
Okay.
Yeah, can you? Am I still frozen or no?
No, you good now.
All right, cool. All right, so my final thing, because I said this thing giving us time, but last thing I want to know is when it comes to just music, like when it comes to like the era of music and things of that nature, like what's been that era? What has been that era for you that you're like that was really like the booming era of all eras?
I'm an 80s baby, 90s kid. So
Okay.
anything that has to do with the 90s is just the greatest for me. I love R&B, so like 90s R&B, 80s pop, and 90s R&B are like my favorites. I mean, I love stuff before my time too. Like I love disco and I love the Motown era, but I mean, on any given day, you'll probably find me listening to some 90s R&B.
Most definitely. Okay. Now, one other thing. One other thing that I forgot to add now, but it says you're buffering again. I don't know why, but I know you're driving. But
I'm driving, so I might be going through some areas.
Okay, but you can still hear me, right?
Yeah, I hear you. I see you too.
All right, cool. All right, so my next thing, my last final thing that I want to know is this versus battle between Timberland and Swiss Beats. They put all these dope artists against each other, and we've seen it from since day one. So I gotta know from you, what has been your favorite battle that you've watched that you're like, yo, this shit snap. Like I gotta know what's been your favorite versus battle.
I mean, it kind of goes back to the last answer on the question. 90s R&B is my heart. So my favorite battle thus far was Teddy Riley and Babyface.
Okay.
I mean, all those songs are songs like I was in elementary or middle school. You know what I'm saying? Jamming to. So yeah, that was like my favorite battle. I'm such a fan of Babyface and his catalog. I'm such a fan of Teddy Riley and their catalog. And like I said, I remember those songs when they came out. Well, not all of them, but some of them. And so that has a special place in my heart. And yeah, that definitely would be my favorite. And then I'm a huge fan of Jill Scott and Erykah Badu, so I love their battle as well. I'm a bigger fan of Erykah Badu, but Jill Scott looks so beautiful. I don't know,
right.
But that was a really dope battle too. Those are probably my two top, and I really enjoyed the Snoop and DMX battle as well.
Most definitely. I was just about to say, Snoop Dogg and DMX, they really, went in there and they really laid down the work. And I'm just like, yo, to be able to go back into that time and be able to recreate those songs and listen to those songs again, it's just like, yo, those are nothing but vibes and memories.
I loved it. I was just happy DMX didn't get arrested and he was able to make it. I said, praise Jehovah. We're just gonna have to give it up to God one time, because DMX And he
Ex-
opened up with a prayer, and we needed that prayer because it took us
exactly. Exactly. So,
through.
when we're back now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right. So what I was asking was, can you see yourself putting together a Carolina Waves versus battle, for Carolina? Because a lot of
I'm open to it. I'm open. I'm with all the shits.
because a lot of people have been saying like, yo, we think we need to have a Carolina Waves versus battle. So I'm like, yo, I wonder what
I
Mir would
mean, do
think.
they want different artists within the Carolina Waves family, or like people in the Carolina Waves family to batter like some other platforms people?
Mainly they've been saying within our family base, they want to go up against each other. So I'm like, that may be something that can really, happen. We just gotta,
Hey, I'm with
gotta
it.
talk to Mir about that.
I'm with it as long as niggas don't lose control.
Right, right.
That Tres Falsetto Loverboy Bo battle, that
Oh my
shit
God.
all the way to the left, to the left. But that was some of the most entertaining live streaming that I've ever seen in my life.
Right.
Loverboy was just chill, like, yo, like, why you get mad? It was the people in the comments, because Loverboy Bo had his fans in there, and they was just antagonizing Trez.
Right.
Trez had been drinking a little bit, so he
Right.
was, more emotional than normal, and so it started to get to him a little bit, and it kind of showed. But oh my god, that shit was so fucking funny and it's entertaining. Shouts out to both of them. They're both dope from the Bull City,
Most
and
definitely.
they're both very different artists, but they're both super talented. So as long as everybody maintains their composure, I'm down.
Okay. Well,
Gotta get the artist and shit. Let's get it.
all right. Well, there you guys have it. Like Mir has officially said she's with it. So any of you artists out there that want to do a versus, you've got the green light. So let's do it. And
Hit
so
me
with that
up.
and so with that being said, the final thing is there anything else that you yourself want to let people know to be on the lookout for, so that way we can be plugged in and tapped
Um,
in with.
Sure. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Carolina Waves. I have about 3 shows that I'm currently in development of that are going to be for independent artists and established artists, and also some stuff that I'm just doing, some random stuff that I'm doing on my own as a personality. So definitely tap in with that. Follow us. Look out for the merch line that's going to be dropping real soon. 3 a.m. Sound, he's going to be dropping his second official project in a
Most
few weeks.
definitely.
I'll be announcing that soon and rolling that out soon, so definitely look out for that. Look out for Juice Lord. His album is going to be dropping in October. And when I tell you that shit is just gonna make a huge impact, so y'all just tap in right now with Miriam and with Juice Lord and what they got going on. And I'm hoping to do at least one show before the end of the year. Y'all just gonna have to stay tuned, but we're gonna have to make sure that it's safe for everybody. So yeah, just stay tapped in, and if you need help with putting together rollouts or a consultation or whatever it is, just get at me. I'm available.
Most de- Most definitely. And let people know where they can follow you at, where they can tap in with you at, and I'm gonna let you close it out.
Y'all can follow me everywhere at Mirs Empire, MIRS Empire, like the now canceled show. Also follow Carolina Waves at Carolina Waves on everything, CarolinaWaves.com. The new website is going to be dry. It's actually finished. I literally just have to press the button to launch it. So we got a lot of dope, exclusive digital content coming soon. We got the merch, and like I said, 3 a.m. Sound about to drop, Juice Lord about to drop, and I'm also going to be working on doing more ciphers, more challenges, because they got such a great response, and also more live stream shows. So just tap in with me. We got a lot. We got a lot of things to do. Even though Corona's here, we still gonna work through it. So, Honcho J, I definitely appreciate you bringing me on. This was definitely a lot of fun, and I'm usually in the other seat doing interviews. It's been very fun to get interviewed for once, and then
Most
I have
definitely.
the stress of that.
Most definitely. And like I said, and again, I am so thankful and grateful to for you to allow me this opportunity in this time, because this was really, again, something that I really have been waiting on the whole year. I'm like, yo, if I can just get an interview with Mir, I will be just fine. So this has meant everything. So I definitee 1,000
I'm glad
times
I could
over.
do it,
I
and
appreciate.
hopefully it didn't disappoint.
I definitely. Exactly, because now we have two parts of this episode, so that lets you know it's big. So, Mir, thank
Right.
you. I love you, and definitely
Love
keep
you
doing
too.
what you're doing. And I'm definitely
Will
going to keep
do.
supporting. So definitely, and we look forward to seeing you, bringing you back, and for an encore maybe sometime. All right,
Will do. I appreciate you.
most definitely. Thanks,
All
Mir.
right. Thank you.
All right, thank you. And there you guys have it. Wow, 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 wow. Yo, shouts out to Mir.I.Am again, the MC, the GOAT of Carolina, the creator of Carolina Waves. Definitely shouts out to her and our whole vibe, our whole movement. I hope you guys have enjoyed this evening's episode. This evening's episode has been amazing. I hope you guys really caught everything that Miriam was saying, despite the technical difficulties. But I definitely appreciate you guys 1,000% for rocking in and tapping in with me. And if you guys want to see more episodes like these, you can follow me on all platforms at HonchoJ23. That's HonchoJay23. That's Facebook. That's Instagram. That's Twitter. That's SoundCloud. That's YouTube. That's Audio Mac. That's shoot, I'm on Snapchat. I'm on Kick. I'm on Apple Music. I'm everywhere, guys. So anywhere that y'all look up Honcho J23, trust and believe my name Honcho J23 is attached to it in some way. Um, I gotta say thank you to everybody. I mean, literally everybody that has joined this evening's show. I've seen a lot of you in the chat, and I was, of course, I want to kind of just real quick go through right quick and just speak to everybody. Shouts out to my mom, Angel for Life. What's good, mama? How you doing? Shouts out to my bro, Rome Jeter. Shouts out to I hope I'm saying your name right, Mbilla Official. Muchola. I hope I'm saying you guys' name right. EQ2 Real for TV, Fancy Domain. I am Shell Alpha 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 Female Association. Yeah, some of these names are the Real Drummer, CTB Clothing, Dre Photo. Like I said, it's a lot of y'all that is really in this chat, but like I said, y'all know. Excuse me. Y'all know, like I said, I want to make sure I get everybody shouted out in this broadcast. Like I said, this has been a great show nonetheless. This is part 2 of the Independent Scene, episode 108 with the one and only Mir.I.Am and your boy Honcho J. So make sure you guys go and subscribe to this platform. Please, and if you artists out there want to get on this platform and chop it up with me, please feel free to DM me shortly after this. You can DM me and I can book you in for a show or book you in for a slot and we can chop it up. And as I always say, my show is raw, it's brutal, it's uncut, it's uncensored. So if you guys out there want to come up here and, really be real and be authentic and be yourselves, then do that. I have no problem with you guys speaking how y'all really, truly feel. Because here's the thing. I understand, that there is a certain moniker of respect that we must have. But when it comes to, genuinely speaking how we feel, it's one of those things where either people they get with it or either they don't. You know what I'm saying? So you have to choose your balance. But like I said, that does it for my time. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I brought with y'all a long way. Feel free that with this episode will officially drop on YouTube tonight. I'm gonna go and drop it on YouTube so that way you guys can go back and watch it. Please feel free to share it as much. Listen, exactly. I'm glad I brought that up. Please share this broadcast. I need you guys to share all over as much as you can, because I'm telling you guys, we're doing big things out here, and I truly hope that you guys have been inspired by it. So this has been your boy Huncho J23. I rock with y'all. I love y'all. And I look forward to chopping up with you guys tomorrow on episode 109. And look forward to more episodes from your boy. All right. It's your boy, Huncho J23, and I'm out. Let's get it.